Alright, welcome back. So, today we're finishing up the rebuild on the Outcast 8S. Talked about it in the last video. Last thing I had to do was repair the wing due to the wheelie bar being snapped off at some point. So the wing mount and the wheelie bar is literally missing. So the wing mount is broken. The whole center section where the wheelie bar bolts to is missing. I don't know when that happened. Happened at some point. So we're going to get all that stuff replaced out. And then that should end the full rebuild. So the first thing we're going to do, here's the wing mount, Arrma 320492, $20 for a wing mount. And no hardware is included with this, unlike what happens with Traxxas. Traxxas tends to give you the hardware with everything because they know if you broke the part, most likely you're going to have bent the hardware or broke the hardware, or possibly even lose it. But these screws going through here tend to bend, and as you can see, the whole center section is broke off, and that's where the wheelie bar literally bolts up to it. Now with the wheelie bar, part number Arrma 320536, that does come with screws, and that's because some models don't have the wheelie bar, and they expect you to buy it and add it, so they include screws for that. That's nice and bent. Let's get this wing or this wheelie bar on. our wing goes back on. Oh, we need the nuts. Apparently, there are nuts in here that have to be reused. They don't even put that hardware in there. There we go. Now it should be straight. And yep, and it'll stop crushing the body. And that'll protect the back of this wing now. And hopefully stop crushing the rear of the body so much. But there we go. Broken wing. Wing mount, and the Outcast 8S is finally complete. So another $56 spent today with the 468 and the 56 puts us well over the $500 that you could have replaced this RC for. And remember, this was a roller when it came out. So, and I want to say the rollers were, you know, $4.99 or for a roller when this thing was released. So I don't know, it seems like replacing a roller, and I don't know if rollers are still available. We should probably look that up. See if you can buy a roller. So Arrma 1/5 scale Outcast 4-wheel drive extreme bash roller stunt truck black ARA 5210 from $3.99. I don't know what from $3.99 stands for. eBay. See what's on eBay. So 700 bucks. You can get yourself a roller for $6.99, and we saved ourselves about 100 bucks rebuilding it. And that's still a used chassis, used bumper, used wing, used control arms, used everything. So, is it worth rebuilding or refreshing your EXB roller or replacing it? That's for you to decide. That's what makes Arrma's not worth it. And somebody was saying that you should be buying parts from Jenny's RC. Jenny's RC doesn't have a lot of these parts. When these things were blowing out for $5.99 with electronics in it, basically, you know, they were all broken down and sold off for parts, and a lot of those are just not around anymore. So there you go, your call. Rebuild it. Definitely not worth it when it comes to spending $100 more and you can just replace it and then just transfer your electronics. So like I said, with the pivot balls, I still haven't even purchased these, so I'm imagining that's going to be at least another $20-$30 for the pivot balls that I have to replace on the Creighton. That I stole, and the axle, the bent axle, I still have to replace that. I imagine between the axle and the pivot balls, I'm going to spend at least another $50-$60. So that's going to be putting me in replacement value of, it should have just been replaced, then rebuilt. And that's why at some point you just stop running your RC, because it's just in such bad shape. It's not just servicing. If you're going to bash hard, you're literally going to cause a lot of damage to these bigger, heavier RCs. And that's why I feel an X-Max is still the ultimate basher, because you can't replace one and you can't buy one used. You can't buy a roller. It's definitely, the parts are cheaper and the value is just there. This, even once it's rebuilt like it is now, putting it up for sale, I couldn't get $6.99 for this thing with electronics in it when people can buy rollers. At least that's my opinion. But tell me what you think. Comment down below. Better to replace, or are these things worth what an X-Max is worth? You can't look at this sport, you can't look at this hobby as a way to make a profit when you're out there bashing and running these things as hard as you want to run them. But there we go. I'm going to get it out. We're going to make sure that the steering is all proper, everything is still working correctly, and we'll see if there's any more damage that pops up when we get this thing out running. But there we go. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.